Hello, my name is Victoria Elizabeth Mullings, and this is my presentation regarding Skibbity Toilet and the origins of modern day brain rot. So, let's get a better understanding of modern day brain rot and how the term came to be. In 1854, David Thoreau published a writing titled Walden, where he explained how he was noticing mental deterioration and his fears of societal simplification, which led him to the coined term brain rot. Moving forward, in the 2010s, YouTube and Facebook were introduced, and online pop culture was created. People found freedom through the internet to express themselves and their feelings, leading to memes that to older generations looking in was brain rot. A great example of this was the What Does the Fox Say song that took the internet by storm in 2013. And being someone personally involved in that era of brain rot, knowing that it made no sense, but it was just absurd and funny. In 2023, Skibbity Toilet was released on YouTube, and it was a video series that used absurdity to its advantage and went viral because of it. So much so that in 2024, brain rot was acclaimed Oxford's Word of the Year, and this is important because you may notice a correlation between Skibbity Toilet's popularity and the popularity of the term brain rot. A direct quote from the Oxford University Press website states how the term increased in usage frequency by 230% between 2023 and 2024, which lines up the Skibbity Toilet's introduction and popularity. Taking a closer look at this chart from their website, we can also see that as 2024 progressed, the word gained more and more popularity, and comparing it to this Google Trends chart, it's apparent that there are relatively similar spikes in popularity between the amount of Google search interest in the term Skibbity Toilet and the term brain rot. So let's move forward and let's examine the timeline of the Skibbity Toilet itself. In this section, we will be assessing its origins and claim to fame. On April 8th of 2022, TikTok star Yasin Sinjis posted his first TikTok video belly dancing to the song called Dom Dom Yes Yes by Bizer King. This leads to his claim to fame as an influencer, particularly due to his followers' interest in his dance moves and his content surrounding eating large portions at restaurants. An illegal mashup of Timbaland's song Give It To Me is then mixed with Dom Dom Yes Yes, the TikTok song associated widely with Yasin. This song used in the original release of the Skibbity Toilet series, but was later taken down in 2024 since it was illegal. The song mashup was important because it's the reason the internet meme got its name. One of the lyrics in the song is Brr Skibbity Dop Dop Yes Yes, and was catchy enough for it to be newly associated with Skibbity Toilet and not just Yasin. On February 7th of 2023, is when Skibbity Toilet was released on YouTube by DeFuck Boom and has accumulated over 65 million views across YouTube as of November 2023. Within 2023, DeFuck Boom released 60 episodes of Skibbity Toilet and it blew up, especially in the summer. On October 2nd of 2024, Bonkers Toys and Invisible Narrative launches a new line of toys inspired by the Skibbity Toilet series, marking its true spread past the digital space and into big box corporations like Walmart and Target. Around this time, popularity begins to die down soon after, but booms again in December because Fortnite collaborates with Skibbity Toilet and releases 2 skins modeled after the series. Today, there are still Skibbity Toilet videos in the works and the potential for a Hollywood movie. So moving forward, let's move on and gain a better understanding of the lore and the story behind the Skibbity Toilet. It is a 78 episode series beginning with the introduction of an animated singing man's head in an old toilet with a face that abruptly distorts into uncanny smiles. As the series continues, we see that the toilet people are an invasive species / virus that is in conflict with the camera heads. They are the only other notable life forms living alongside the toilet people. It takes place in a dystopian world where humans no longer exist. After being introduced in the first few episodes, they seem to have been replaced by the toilet people, Because of this, it's unclear who is good and who is bad, especially since the toilet people and the cameraman both partake in war and behavior that led to the extinction of the pre existing humans and their environment. Looking deeper into this, one could say that the Skibbity Toilet community is a commentary on current events, including doing what it takes to survive despite being under powerful government surveillance. The creator, Defuk Boom, explained that he got the idea for a series in a dream that turned nightmare that he experienced one night and just ended up creating Skibbity Toilet. He modeled many of his characters off of G-Man from Half-Life 2 and utilized dances from Fortnite Battle Royale. So let's look at the impact and the outreach. Skibbity Toilet has successfully reached out to Generation Alpha and is now regarded as their first significant contribution to online pop culture. Even the term skibbity has been coined as a part of Generation Alpha slang. Even though the term has no real meaning, when paired with other words, it can insinuate that something is cool or bad. Highlighting again how Skibbity Toilet has developed beyond digital spaces, it has even received celebrity acknowledgments and involvement from Generation Alpha, celebrities, and their parents. A great example of this is Kim Kardashian's Northwest, giving her a golden chain with the words Skibbity Toilet engraved in it. The series has even begun developing new lives and its own multiverse of new Skibbity characters such as zombies. So, what made it so funny and popular? The meme itself centers around potty humor jokes, which to younger generation and younger children is appealing, as well as the catchy song it was paired with. It left kids singing it and talking about it and just connecting with it. Another comical aspect of it just might have been its absurdity and randomness. Sometimes the things we can't explain can be the things we relate to the most and find intriguing. And finally, Skibbity Toilet in turn fosters community. An example of this would be the Discord group I joined, is just so I can get a better understanding of how people are connected to it today. There are groups of people that are formed on different platforms such as TikTok and Discord. They're able to kind of theorize and explore different conspiracy theories and associate with the content and just try to understand what it actually means. So, moving forward, final thoughts. In the section, we will be comparing the two of the most apparent perspectives regarding the impact of Skibbity Toilet on younger generations and viewers and the future of pop culture. So in perspective one, Skibbity Toilet was just considered a fun digital meme and a great way for community building. Skibbity Toilet should only be seen as a new addition to internet pop culture and embraced like any other nonsensical online contribution. Yet in perspective two, this is a perspective that honestly most Generation Z, Millennials, and Generation X hold. It simply addresses concerns for potential mental health and attention decline for Generation Alpha. With the introduction of YouTube Shorts and TikTok, it raises the question of how being exposed to short forms of media will impact future generations' attention spans, as well as an increase in anxiety for children because of the underlying conspiracies of Skibbity Toilet, which introduces themes of disease, war, and harmful government surveillance. Finally, circling back to Thoreau's term of brain rot and the risk of media like Skibbity Toilet contributing to children losing the ability to think critically. Since textbook educational media might not be the first thing children watch now. Comparing these two, after exploring both perspectives, it is understood that both do acknowledge the impact of Skibbity Toilet on the internet and Generation Alpha. On the other hand, one believes that if it fosters a community amongst Generation Alpha, and the other perspective believes that the exposure to overwhelming and disturbing content on digital media over time might create rifts in social relationships and moving forward for people a part of Generation Alpha. So, in conclusion, Skibbity Toilet and brain rot is still new and a topic that allows viewers like you to contribute your own thoughts and opinions and predictions of how this social media contribution will shape our online futures. Thank you for watching and have a great day.